It's the Afternoon Hustle with Amir Diamond and a special guest in the building. He's still a special guest, but he's also family because he's from 3rd Ward.
Right on.
The homie Stunna Bam.
Yeah, you man.
I ain't know that you used to run track here at TSU?
Man, not here. I ran track at Yates, but I got ranked in the nation out here at TSU at the TSU relay.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's a wild little story, man. One of my childhood homies, man, who was on the label with me at DSD1. His name was Bravo. Man, I watched him break, the world record out here, man, and I ended up getting, nationally ranked, the next year after, watching him do what he did.
So if somebody challenges you right now.
Somebody did this week, I won 1,000. I just beat somebody I put it on my story. Somebody from Ohio State came down here. Well, he down here in our studio just, working, but he used to go to Ohio State and ran track. He called me out. I beat him for 1,000 about 2 days ago.
Man, you came up on that bread.
Yeah, man.
So you're not here for a long time. I know you're just stopping through, passing by, but you're going to be taking over for the Vibe soon. I got to say thank you because you invited me out to your, I was going to say album release party, single release party for Rock Out with Erica Banks. What was that night for you? Like, what did that night mean to you?
Man, it was like, like the night that I rekindled my flame, like it was like a reassurance on, the love I had in the city, and supporting. That was a private party and it was overcapacitated. So, the love I got that night, it put me back where I need to be.
I saw a lot of people in the city, in the industry who came through. So it was like a family reunion. A lot of people that I ain't seen in 2 years because we were stuck in the house during quarantine. So I imagine that it must have felt good for you as well. And then also Truckee Trill was there. That was like one of the last nights that he was around. What was y'all's relationship like?
Oh man, Chuck, man, he I met him once he got out of jail. But man, he supported me like these last 2-3 years, however long I knew him. Out of all the rappers, he came to more of my events than anybody. Like, bro, like I respect his grind and, just every time I look up, I sit with no shirt on, tattoos, and goals. And he was relentless, man. I respected him so much, man, because he just wouldn't stop. Like, everywhere I met, I'm like, ain't no way I could be everywhere Chucky Trill could be. But he was everywhere Stunna Bam was, you feel me?
And he was everywhere for a lot of people in the city because that was one of the times where I see like everybody in Houston was posting about him. So he obviously had
He did that for like that. He woke up and did that. Like it wasn't nothing he just did for Stunna Bam. Like that's why we know who he is. Like he got out with no name, no rap name in the city. Just, a solid background, was raised by some solid OGs out there on the north. But like I say, I watched him get out and, man, right now, that's what I take from Chucky Trill. Like, I support a lot of people. I spend money, though. Him pulling up, he showed me, like, that pull-up game, like, it's a difference. Like, you can support people and spend money, but pulling up
means a lot.
I just never, like, even my Rock Out video, he in the Rock Out video, and he came last minute, but he came, so when I see him in the video, it remind me, like, your pull-up game got to be strong. That worked too.
Rest in peace to Chucky Trill. And he was talking about
man.
Rock Out. That's your first single with 1501?
That's my first single.
How did that relationship come about?
Cause I low-key was supposed to have been his first artist before Megan Thee Stallion. But it just ain't happened like that. We had a few bugs in the way that kind of, slowed the process down. But bro ended up tapping in with me, and like I say, when we the first time we met, we was like in awe, like, damn, we supposed to been met each other. We supposed to been did business.
Not only that, I feel like you should have been bigger by now already. A lot of people feel that way.
Man, every time I hear that, I got to stop everybody and say, well, I'd be old right now if I would have popped off. Like, I'd be an old rapper, like, probably just getting whatever I can now, like, and just think I done turned the city up. Everybody done started their careers and probably never had one again. And the diamond in the city, Stunna Bam, that came back, and I'm about to be brand new again. So it's like I didn't understand it at first, but now I'm like, well, who else in the city? Even people I motivated, like they older now. Like just say Sauce Walker, for instance. I remember when he used to come to my studio and was like, I ain't know what he was doing, but he was being a scientist. Like he was looking at how we built our blueprint, and he went and built the sauce after, seeing how we was moving. Mm-hmm. And he did it the right way. He put people on. He actually, changed people's life, got them money, got them, created wealth for them, for the rest of their life. But on the back end, Sauce Walker is Sauce Walker to the world already.
That's true.
Sauce Walker and Stunna Bam is the same thing to our city, but in the world, they don't know me. They know him. So I'm just now about to get to the world, even though I'm the OG in my city. I motivated Sauce Walker to be a piece of who he is, just like he motivated me to be a piece of who the new Stunna Bam is, So saying that to say, I'm glad I ain't pop off. What if I would have lost my life? Who was going to raise my son? I would have made millions with some people that didn't, have a business together. I ain't had my business together. We all would have messed over each other. So, like I say, my biggest blessing was not popping off around that time.
Because when it's your time, it's your time.
Come on, man.
So now the world's about to find out about you with this rock out. We're going to play now. Y'all stay tuned because Stunna Bam, he's taking over the vibe. Coming soon, but right now, we're about to break this rock out. Featuring Erica Banks in the Afternoon Hustle on the Vibe.
Let's rock out.